Good morning and welcome to day 16 on the Spirit Hiking Trail. If you just saw my morning intro where I'm walking out of camp, you could see that I'm wearing my puffy and my wind pants. We're finally getting that colder weather that we're hoping for. It was chilly last night, which was really nice. I could finally sleep in my quilt without sweating. And it's pretty cold right now. We got gloves on, but that's great because it makes for some awesome hiking. And today we're going to try to pump out 23 miles. It really is going to depend on the trail surface because it does look pretty flat, but if it's rocky and rutty, it's hard to walk at a fast pace. But if it's cruisy like yesterday, I think we'll get there no problem. All right, there's something I wanted to talk about, but I've been struggling to get through it, so I think you'll understand why. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk along this stream with the camera going and just put the text on there. It doesn't take long in the morning for you to start to warm up. So I had to take a quick pit stop and get out of my warm clothes. Some guy at camp told us last night he was northbounder. There's no water for 8 to 10 miles. Like, this is like just a few miles in. This is a wonderful water source. No, he must have missed it. Alright, I feel like I gotta do my obligatory boardwalk shot today. The trail's pretty tight in this section. You can see some beaver huts out there. And they flooded out this whole area of the forest. When Cherry Pit and I were coming out of Finland and heading back to the trail, we met a hiker named Tamara. She was just picking up her resupply, and she headed back out just a few minutes behind us, and we leapfrogged with her most of that day and a little bit the next day. And you know those hikers you see and you just know they're tougher than nails and they can hike fast. Well, she kind of fit that description. And we just signed the trail register, and it's the 24th. Tamara went through here on the 22nd. So since Finland, she's already picked up 2 days on us. And we have not taken any zeros. We had one Nero, but that's it. So man, she's hiking fast. Wow, good for her. Another snowmobile shelter. These are really cool. Be great on a freezing cold day, build a little fire, warm up. Just ran into some hikers going the other way, and they gave me a couple pieces of information that were helpful. One, that there's not a lot of water for like the next 14 miles. So I grabbed another half liter of dirty water and carrying that with me in case I need to filter it. And two, that there's a very tricky section where it's not very clear where you have to go, and they told me how to navigate that part. There's a bunch of no trespassing, do not enter signs, but you're supposed to go that way. And then three, they told me that Cherry Pit is way ahead of me. So they said he was in cruise mode and flew on by, and so he's probably a mile and a half ahead right now based on what they told me. Just stopped for lunch. Had 14 miles in by lunchtime, so that's a pretty good start to the day. And we got 9 miles to go. Met a guy there at the same spot with one of the campsites that he is a viewer of the channel, so that was pretty cool. And he has hiked this area quite a bit and was giving us a couple of tips. So thank you for that. And let's just keep on rolling. Hope this trail stays cruisy because a long way to go. Oh yeah. Things are about to get real cruisy now. We're on the snowmobile trail for I think quite a while. I'm sure glad it's afternoon because our feet would be soaked walking through here otherwise. It's 2 o'clock and we only have like 6 miles to go, so we're feeling really good about our chances, especially since the trail looks really cruisy. And we just talked to a guy going the other way who said it's pretty smooth all the way to camp, so that's good news. There are trails that crisscross everywhere in here. And at first, there were blazes and some super hiking trail signs. And now, there's not. So, I have to keep checking my app to make sure I'm still on the trail. The funny thing is, when Cherry Pit and I were outside the Superior Hiking Trail Association building, they were closed, but we were like, we each wanted to make a donation, but stipulate that it had to be used for blue paint. Because although this trail is well marked, there are a lot of times where, man, just one blaze by an intersection within sight would just save us from having to dig out our phones and look. And if you didn't have the app and you were trying to use paper maps, that'd be even harder because the app shows you exactly where you are. On a paper map, you might not be so sure. So anyways, rant over. Let's start hiking some more. Back on the snowmobile trail again. I think we might be on here for a while now. Less than a mile to go to camp. And we're going to be ready for it. Ooh, long day. Wrapping up day 16 on the Superior Hiking Trail. So we ended up doing 23.2 today, and we got into camp about maybe 25 to 5, which is nice. We did in 10 hours our miles. We always are shooting for 10 hours a day. That's the number of hours we like to hike. Anything more than that, and you know, I feel like we're pushing a little bit too much. So tomorrow's gonna be a really cool day. We're gonna be hiking into Duluth. I have no idea where we're staying. We're gonna try to stay at a motel or hotel somewhere in town. We're only a couple miles from the very last campsite on the Superior Hiking Trail, like the official ones. So this is our last night in a Superior Hiking Trail campsite because we're going to pass the other one up, the last one up first thing in the morning. And you know, from here on out, we're trying to figure out where we're going to stay. But I heard the trail goes right down by the waterfront. Very excited to see that. That'll be cool. And I have no idea how many miles we're going to do tomorrow, so we'll figure that out as we go. But that is a wrap for day 16. Oh, and I've got some footage of the campsite here. I walked away from it because there's people in there right now and they don't want to listen to this stuff going on. So I got a nice spot for my tent, and it's pretty close to where Cherry Pit is at. Poor guy's got to listen to me roll around all night. I'm a tosser and a turner. And then there's a little fire pit area, but there's not really any benches here, so we just sat on a log by our tents and cooked our dinner. But that's it for tonight. It was a great day today. Very nice weather, very nice conditions, fast trail. And we're excited for tomorrow. Only a couple days left. Good night. We'll see you in the morning.